I'm going to probably keep this one kind of brief, short and sweet, although who knows, sometimes when I do these, I go on a tangent and rant after a loss like this, but I'm going to keep it brief because it's a Saturday night and I'm sure people aren't going to be watching much of this after yet another terrible loss. Makes me wonder I myself am even doing a video on this team on a Saturday night, but then again, I've got kids, so it's not like I have much of a nightlife anymore anyway. But the reason why I feel like this is going to be brief is because what else can we really say about this team that hasn't already been said dating all the way back to last season? Like really, what else is there to say? Aside from the fact that the Bulls can't shoot threes, they're bad on the offensive glass, their offense looks chaotic and disorganized most of the time, and more importantly, these guys just don't even look like they want to play together. They don't even look like they're having fun out there or trying to lift each other up. It's the same storyline. The opposing team goes on a run, momentum isn't in their favor, and their body language, their demeanor just completely shifts, shifting to another one of those, well, here we go again moments. Because look, in this game, the Bulls actually played well in the first half. Their offense was decent. They were moving the ball well, racking up a lot of assists, which is saying something for a team that is second to last in assists in the NBA, came out and put up 15 assists in the first half alone. They weren't as efficient on offense, but they were playing with pace and getting shots up quickly. And coming off a game that they played last night, flying overnight to Denver, coming into the game and looking focused and driven in the first half was impressive. But then coming out of the locker room at halftime, everything shifted. And right when the Nuggets came out on that 8-0 run to start the third quarter, even though it was only a 6-point lead for them at the time, I knew the game was over. I knew the game was over because it's like you can almost see it in the players' faces, a look of defeat that they're not going to be able to keep up with this team. And look, maybe part of it is because this is the champs that we're talking about here. This is one of the best teams in basketball, and maybe in the first half they came out a little lackadaisical, and then they stopped messing around and got serious in the second. But Jamal Murray didn't play in the second half. If you're the Bulls, you have to take advantage of that. One of their best players being out, him being out disrupts the overall flow of the Denver Nuggets offense. But no, the Bulls came out asleep in the second half and the effort was non-existent. Because it's one thing to just, miss a few consecutive shots here and there, but then to come back on the other end. No hustle on defense, missing switches, letting a guy get a wide open backdoor while no one is paying attention, letting Jokic get like 4 offensive rebounds on one possession because no one is fighting for a board. They're just kind of standing around watching. This team does not care. They might say they care, how they all want to win, how they want to make this work. They might say all this stuff to the media, but honestly, I think deep down, they all know it's not going to happen. They know it's not going to work. They know this, but they also know that it's out of their control. It's not like they're the ones making the decisions in the front office. It's almost like they're just kind of biding their time before the front office wakes up and realizes they need to tear this whole thing down. Because if they actually thought this was going to work, if they truly believed in this group, they would be playing with much better effort and actually giving a damn when they're on the court. But anyway, about this game, same problems persist. Bulls made 7 threes compared to the Nuggets 16. Yeah, that's a difference of 27 points in terms of the overall 3-point disparity. The Bulls actually did better at getting to the foul line in this one 23 times, but they also didn't shoot it that well from the stripe at just 70%. Even from mid-range, the Bulls aren't shooting it especially well, not even just in this game, but for the season. Zach, inefficient from deep, 1 for 5. Coby White, same thing, 1 for 4. Zach finished the game with 12 points and Coby 11. Just not good enough, man. Vuce had 19 to go along with 7 boards, but even for Vucevic, he still continues to struggle with some of those easy close-range shots. Patrick Williams, over 5 from deep, 2 for 7 from the floor. Yeah, he had that great throwdown dunk. But at this point, I'm almost getting kind of numb when I see that from Pat. Because we've seen him do that from time to time, and you think, oh, watch out, Pat's going to start being aggressive now, and then he just reverts back to being passive Pat. The only player who actually looked like he gave a damn in this one was Jevon Carter. He was playing tough, scrappy defense, and on offense, he was shooting well, taking smart shots, and was also trying to get the offense going, even by taking the ball into the paint himself. The only player who was efficient in this game tonight, in any capacity, shot 4 for 5 from 3, 6 for 9 from the field, and finished with more points than Zach and Coby with 16 in total. I've also seen some people saying that, DeMar looks a little off, like the lift on his jumper doesn't look the same. I've sort of seen the same thing as well, but what's standing out more to me is his release and the way it's coming off of his hand and how it's coming up short, just grazing the front of the rim. DeMar is still great. He's one of the best players on the team. But the dude is 34 with over 1,000 games under his belt. Eventually your body catches up with you, unless you're LeBron James, of course. You had to think that we would start seeing some semblance of decline from DeMar DeRozan. And if this is the case, where you're going to see a drop off from DeMar. It's just really unfortunate because we knew the window of having an elite level DeMar DeRozan was going to be small as it is, and having a healthy Lonzo Ball was going to be so critical for that. And now, here we are again. Same issues as last season, same team, but now the guys are even a little older. And it just makes you wonder, how much longer can this front office keep this going? I tweeted this earlier that I'm almost positive this front office is going to drag this out as long as they possibly can, getting close to the trade deadline before doing anything, hoping that this group is somehow going to turn things around. But they honestly can't wait that long. I mean, you're talking about the trade value of these guys diminishing even further the longer you wait, and also the fact that this team isn't going to be going anywhere anyway. Why continue to wait and delay the inevitable? It has to happen now. They're not going to do it though. We know this because they're stubborn. So I guess we got to kick back and get used to watching this team a little longer until the front office realizes what needs to be done. Anyway, I guess this was actually short. It's like I'm out on this team so early in the season that I don't even have the desire to go on a tirade and rant about them like I used to last season. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this game. As always, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.